Howdy on Mojang Lives. I think it's time to play a little Better Than Wolves. Alright. I'm gonna hang out here a bit today. So that things can cook and whatnot. Yep, I do have a spot in here for it. I think I'm gonna dig out underneath of this dog pen a little bit here. And, let's see if I can't find that dog. A dog that keeps growling. Also, I feel like this is too far down. Why am I this far down? Oh, I guess it was to make sure that my floor doesn't cave in, right? That would be why. Okay, don't get all crazy now. Make sure I only dig out underneath of these guys. Do I have some torches on me? I have no torches. I'll go get some torches. Can't dig out a big pit under here with nothing to light it up. Can't afford to have monsters being all crazy spawning. Nether coal. Man, still making nether coal. And a few sticks. Let me go down and see if I can't get some more broken bows down below. My source of sticks. I think it's my source of sticks. Right? Arrows are flint. And bows are sticks and string, I think. I'm pretty sure that's string too. We got in here, guys. We got a bow, a shovel, and a book. That's about it. That's about it that I currently need. Sound like there's quite a few dudes running around in there, so that's good. The more things get chopped up, the better. Whoa. Apparently I can't walk upstairs. Bow. Shovel. Magic. Okay. That's still going, so I guess I'll just leave that still going. 35, that's not too bad for torches. Hopefully I don't need any sticks for a bit. Okay, now. Oop, that is gravel. That is not gonna dig out with the old pickaxe very easily. I think it will just take a while. Oh man, I'm today's what? Tuesday. My family that lives here with me have not all of them, I guess, but two of them have come down with COVID, which we here haven't had before this. And so I'm basically almost self-quarantined in the basement. Trying not to get around it too much. It's been a pretty quiet few days here. I think nobody had any symptoms on Friday, and then you know what? I'm just gonna use this one right here. And then Saturday, they all went school shopping. Oh wow, it goes right out over top of the tunnel here. And by the time they came home from school shopping, you know, which would be great because then they're all trapped in a vehicle together. Then one of them was quite coffee. But so far for me, I haven't really noticed any symptoms. Although I can't imagine I'll make it out the other side of this without catching it, so... Tell them I just saw the announcement for booster shots. Tell them it's a few days too late for me. Weird. Why is there such a dark and evil tunnel down here? I can't believe I would just leave a dark and evil tunnel not lit up. That's bizarre. All right. I feel like I need one more torch right here to make sure things don't spawn on me. Well, no dog. There was no dog down here. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this off too. You know what? Let me put one more torch here just to make sure nothing spawns in there. This was probably unnecessary, now that I stop and think about it, because chances are, given that my doggos should be auto-fed, then I shouldn't have to worry about trying to collect dung from angry wolves. This is not working. Am I doing kibble wrong? Sugar. Oh, it's over a hibachi. I am doing it wrong. There's not a hibachi under this. No, there is a hibachi under this. There's not a... Never mind. You know what? The hibachi doesn't mean just heat. The hibachi means cooked. Actually, yeah, there are hibachis under there. Woo, I said it, hibachis mean cooked. I meant hibachis mean bellows blowing on, right? Because that's what it shows. No, that's not what it does. Bellows, yes. I was hoping that I'd get to the sugar. So I could throw some more sugar in here. Probably gonna need some more bone meal. Well, that's down below. Let me go grab some bone meal. Bum bum bum. Yep, this is not where I keep bone meal. Wow. In my mind, I thought, yeah, I'll just go grab some bone meal from down below. But what I have down below are bones. There's a slight difference between bones and bone meal. Bones are going to be... I mean, bones turn into bone meal, but my bone meal is out this way. Ooh, I should check these side rooms too. Mine. Mine. Because I do have some more stumps I need to take down. Bone meal, it's going to be out this way. I'm going to turn this off while I'm over here, though. I don't want to listen to it. Shh. Bone meal. Oh, and some sugar. Sugar. Bring another bone meal. All the sugars. You know, I did see... Why is there sugar cane in here? That's just weird. Come on. Gotta make sure my boys stay fed. I don't want the hassle where I have to put down Old Yeller again for being rabid. That's Old Yeller, right? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. A long time. I guess spoilers, if you've never seen Old Yeller. Given that it's, oof. I don't know how old Yeller is at this point. Is that really all the zombie meat I have over here? Crazy. I need to borrow some zombie meat. Oh, you don't have that much. Listen, I didn't make the weird recipe, alright? There you go, you have it back. So try to remember, because there's another set of movies about, I want to say a dog named Sam from the same era. I'm pretty sure Old Yeller gets put down for rabies. Ooh, did I bring out dirt? I did. Cool. Just make some rando holes down here. Don't kick me now. Try and make your pen better. I'm gonna be out here smashing my face in. You know, another movie where they put down a dog for rabies is Cujo. That's a totally different kind of vibe, though. Spoilers, I guess, for Cujo. Also a really old book and movie. I think Old Yeller is probably older. Old Yeller's quite old. Old Yeller. Right? Old Yeller, come back Yeller. Best. Gosh darn dog in the West? Is that Old Yeller? I don't know. When I was a kid, we didn't have things like these newfangled fancy internets where you just go on and stream things. We had 3 channels that barely showed children's entertainment. So you go to the library, pick out a movie for the VCR. It had to be appropriate because the entire family was going to watch it. We watched things like Old Yeller. I still have a box of movies on VHS for the VCR. I have the entire series of Godzilla movies. The original Japanese versions, subtitled, from Godzilla 1984 all the way up through Godzilla what is the name of the last Godzilla movie I have on VHS? It's Godzilla. He fights Gigan X. What is the name of that one? It's not Tokyo SOS, is it? What movie is Gigan X from? Godzilla Final Wars. That's the last one. That's not the last Godzilla movie. That's just the last one I have on VHS. I'll tell you a weird Godzilla fact. I was just talking to my nephew about this. All that zombie meat I just put in here, I need it back. So they, when they have a movie from a foreign country and they release it in a different country, often the country that had the movie has to find a person to release said film in the new country. So, like, Toho, the company that owns Godzilla, does not release Godzilla movies in the United States. As my primary example, since I'm going to be talking about Godzilla here. So, when they release Godzilla films in the United States, they have many different distributors for Godzilla films here, which is crazy. Because what it means is, in Japan, you can buy a nice giant Blu-ray box set of remastered Godzilla movies, all the Godzilla movies, in a cool box. You know, like when you buy a complete series of something. That's not available in the United States. Because no one company has the rights to all the Godzilla films. And and so not every Godzilla film is in good quality in the United States. And so you might have different versions as well, because there's lots of edits that happen to Godzilla movies for some reason. I mean, I've never looked into another film series, so maybe this is common, but in the United States, Godzilla movies got chopped into pieces and released in many different forms. And so, like, I mean, the primary example, of course, would be our Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the American remake. I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like Power Rangers. Power Rangers is American. Well, I don't think it's American. Are they American? I forget where the people that do Power Rangers are from. But like Power Rangers are part American, I'm going to say American, part Japanese television show, right? So like any part where they show the Rangers outside of their suits or their mechs, where they show their faces, that's American. Any part where they're in their suits and they're fighting monsters, or they're in their mechs fighting monsters and you can't see their faces, that's from a completely different Japanese television show. And so all the drama stuff pretty much is not true to the original series. So like I think the original Power Rangers is Kamen Riders. I mean, they're similar, obviously. Otherwise, they couldn't use the stuff, right? They're about people who transform into superheroes that pilot giant mechs, right? But the stories are different, and so it's why the Power Rangers switch mechs, because the shows only last so long and then they're done, because you know it's like everything else. And so you'll get like 2 seasons of one kind of Kamen Rider, and then they'll start a new story with a different set of mechs, and so then the American version has to swap over to the new version, right? So they did the same thing to Godzilla in Godzilla 1954. When they released it in the United States, they did the same thing. They cut out parts they didn't like, because the original Godzilla is a horror movie about nuclear fallout, and so they thought it was too upsetting for American audiences, which of course now would be nothing, but back then, right? was a different story. And um, so they chopped out a lot of that, and they replaced. Then they weren't left with enough footage for a full movie, and so they went ahead and had Raymond Burr, who played Perry Mason back in the day, if you know who Perry Mason is, and he does a character. And then he was a reporter who was in Tokyo at the time when Godzilla attacked in the original movie. And so there's some funny scenes. I mean, they're not funny, but there's some scenes in the movie that you don't film that way, where he's talking to two people who are facing completely away from the camera because they just have costumes that look like the people who are in the film. Like, their costumes are the same, but the people are different. And so, they have their American, the United States, whatever, English dubbing for those characters. And so they they changed the dialogue and everything. So it's a completely different movie, right? And then in 1984, they released a Godzilla movie. And I don't know what it's called here. Well, they did the same thing again, and they chopped it up, and they made they brought back Raymond Burr, and they had him reprise his role. And there's some really funny stuff. Again, not funny, haha. There's some interesting stuff. When I say funny, I mean interesting. Where, like, 1984 is like deep in the Cold War between the United States and Russia, right? And so there's a scene in the movie where I want to say the United States in the Japanese version has satellite weapons, which were illegal, are still illegal, I think. And they might have been Russian. They might have been Russian in both movies, actually. And the ship in the harbor, a ship in the harbor, had the launch controls. And when Godzilla attacks in the Japanese version, it shorts out the system, and so the weapons are going to launch on Tokyo. And so the commander, the captain of the ship, dies trying to prevent that from happening. Right, in the Japanese version. In the American version, the Russian guy launches them on purpose. So, there's stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, that's a slightly off topic. So because of stuff like that, you get way different versions of the American cuts of the Godzilla films. And so there might be 2 or 3 different distributors for a particular film, because there'll be different edits to the movies. Only those 2 movies are as bad as that. I think Godzilla vs. Gigan has some scene shuffling to change the storyline. It's been a long time since I watched the American versions, the American edits. I have the Japanese edits, so the original versions that I watch. And there's actually a website that keeps a list of which American production companies released the best looking and most accurate formats in the English dubbed versions for the most part. Because some of them were made from different original masters, and so some of them have, like, the coloring's wrong, and so you want this other version, or like the sound is terrible, and so you need a different version that has a slightly less pristine picture quality but has a more accurate sound. And so it's just stuff like that. But there's no one place you can go to get all the Godzilla films in the United States. Like, you can't even go on Amazon and get, like, all the Godzilla movies. They just don't have it, which is... Oh, wow. I need some raw eggs. I have raw eggs. Why do I have so many raw eggs and have so many mushrooms? This should never be. You should always be being turned into food. Well, I feel like I got on a side tangent here wandering around talking about Godzilla, which I'll be honest is one of my favorite topics. But I did get my kibble stores filled up a bit. We'll use 7 a day, I think, 7 to 8 a day currently. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got about 6 game days of food. So we got a few episodes here before I have to fill that back in, but yeah, I need to come up with a new plan. I don't have a plan. That's what I should have been doing. I've made everything here I need to make, I think, currently. I could get some more... I need some more leather to make boots. I should probably work on that. And then I need to start thinking about a wither grinder in the nether, which might be the next big project for me. So, all right, with that, be better than the small things, lean in the light. I will talk to you later.